Well, the suspect was, as Kevin pointed out here, technically legally. So does he have legal rights? Former D.C. police detective, defense attorney Ted Williams. Ted, what do you think?
Well, good afternoon, Neil. The problem is, yes, he does have legal rights. He's closed in the Constitution by the virtue of being here in the United States. I heard Senator Lindsey Graham earlier this morning asking that this guy be treated as an enemy combatant. And I got to tell you, I agree with Senator Graham, and my rationale for that agreement is simply this. When someone commits a terrorist act where they're trying to kill us in this country, I think that the intelligence community should have the first dibs at that person to try to get all of the information that they can prior to them lawyering up and having constitutional safeguards.
You know, I do worry about the lawyering up part because they're quiet after that point, right? I mean, there's a brief period which you might have a shot at getting something from them. Do you suspect, Ted, that authorities have or no?
Well, you know, in this instance here, it seemed as though that this guy was very talkative and has given the authority quite a bit of information. But again, that's probably on his voluntarily and prior to him speaking to a lawyer, because if he came to me and then they advised him of his Miranda rights, I would tell him to shut up and not say anything if I was going to be his lawyer. So again, that's a catch-22 in this country right now.
Ted, switching gears a little bit, do you think he had help?
You know, it's hard to say at this time because he was such an amateur about the manner in which he made this bomb, the way he carried this bomb, and the manner in which it appeared to have exploded. But I can tell you, Neil, that is certainly something that the authorities are clearly following up on at this stage in the investigation.
What happens when these sort of things happen? I mean, I often say it's more than coincidental that every time we get a report that ISIS is on the run or in trouble in Iraq, it's getting shoved out of Iraq, getting shoved out of Syria, getting shoved out of all these other countries, that lo and behold, a lone wolf inspired by ISIS or radicalized by and to ISIS pulls off something like that. That can't be accidental.
It can't be accidental, and it is not accidental. These guys are able to use social media sites, and ISIS and these other groups are able to know how to influence individuals who are here already in the United States and how to radicalize them here to do the harm that they do. So Neil, is sort of like a needle in the haystack. We can't get at all of these guys. The intelligence community clearly have some of these guys on the radar screen, but it's very difficult to get at somebody who radicalized and who wakes up some morning and say, I'm going to make a bomb and I'm going to go out and kill Americans.
Yeah, amazing, amazing, amazing. Ted Williams, thank you.